and welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I last posted because I've been focused on my final exams and honestly I just needed some time to rest. But now I'm feeling recharged and ready to share a brand new tutorial with you guys. In today's video I'm gonna show you how to make this gorgeous crochet bouquet. To make the exact same one, you'll need to make 7 roses and 3 small branches. I've created chapters to make it easier for you to follow along with my tutorial, and as you can see, the roses have color gradient, and if you want a single color rose, just follow my tutorial without changing colors. This bouquet can be customized however you like. You can follow my design or make your own design. I don't know, you can make 2 blue roses, 2 white roses, and 3 roses with color gradient with those colors. By the way, I've created a new Instagram account dedicated to my crochet work. If you're interested, feel free to follow me. You can find the link in the descriptions or simply search my username. So let's get started. To make roses, you will need green yarn, flower yarn. Choose 3 different colors for a gradient effect or use a single color for a classic look. Crochet hook, select a size that matches your yarn needle, and scissors. With those simple materials, you're all set to start crafting your beautiful rose bouquet. Foundation row. Start by making a slip knot and placing it on your hook. Wrap the yarn over your hook and pull the yarn through the loop on your hook. This counts as your first chain. Continue making chains until you have a total of 57 chains in your foundation row. First row. Skip the first 3 chains from your hook. These skipped chains count as your first double crochet. In the 3rd chain, yarn over, insert your hook into the chain, yarn over again and pull up a loop. You'll have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops. Yarn over again and pull through the remaining 2 loops. Continue making 1 double crochet in each chain across the foundation row. When you reach the end of the row, turn your work to move to the next row. Second row. Start by chaining 3. This counts as your first double crochet of the row. Now we are going to make a V-stitch pattern. Skip the next 2 chains. In the 3rd chain, work 1 double crochet. Chain 1. Work another double crochet into the same chain where you placed the first double crochet. You've now created your first V-stitch. It's called V-stitch because it looks like a V. Repeat the process across the row, so skip 2 chains. In the 3rd chain, make 1 double crochet. Chain 1, and then make 1 double crochet into the same chain. By the end of the row, you should have a total of 18 V-stitches. Turn your work to prepare for the next row. 3rd row. Insert your hook into the first V-stitch and make a slip stitch to secure your yarn. Now we are going to form the petals. So chain 4, this counts as your first triple crochet. Yarn over the hook twice. Insert the hook into the V-stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop. You'll have 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, pull through the next 2 loops. 2 loops remains, yarn over, pull through the final 2 loops. So your triple crochet is ready, and in the same V-stitch make 8 more triple crochets for a total of 10 triple crochets in this V-stitch. So basically you should have 10 triple crochets in one V. Next, you're going to slip stitch into the gap between the first and second V-stitch to anchor the petal. So be attentive, because you should do slip stitch between V-stitches, not in the next V-stitch, but between. In each of the next 5 V-stitches, work 10 triple crochets to form petals. After completing each petal, make a slip stitch in the gap between these stitches. But be attentive, because in the 6th petal, we are going to make a color change if you want to make a gradient rose. When you reach the 10th triple crochet in the 6th V-stitch, do not complete the last step of the stitch. Leave 2 loops on the hook. So basically you should do triple crochets as usual, but then you have the last step. Don't pull through those 2 loops. Prepare your new yarn collar. Pull the new yarn through those 2 loops to complete the stitch. Secure the collar change by making a slip stitch in the next gap between these, tucking in the white yarn and the new collar tail for a clean finish. Forming the next layer of petals with new color. Using the new yarn, work 8 double crochets into each of the next 6 V-stitches to create smaller petals. Make a slip stitch in the gap between each V-stitch after completing the petal. So basically you do the same thing as you did, but you do not triple crochets but double crochets. Do the color change as we did before. And using the third color, work 6 half double crochets into each of the next 6 V-stitches for the smallest petals. After completing the last petal, make a slip stitch in the next gap, chain 1 and cut the yarn. Tie a knot between the tails of the 2 yarn's ends for a secure finish. Trim the excess tail neatly. Your rose petals are now complete, forming a beautiful gradient effect. Next, we are going to create the sepal. Make a magic ring. There are various ways to make a magic ring. For simplicity, I prefer using an overhand knot, which works just as effectively. Insert your hook into the magic ring, yarn over and pull up a loop. Chain 1. This secures the ring and prepares for the first single crochet. Yarn over and pull up a loop. You'll have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over again and pull through both loops on the hook. This completes your first single crochet. Repeat the steps above to create a total of 9 single crochets into the magic ring. So basically you already did 1, so you should do 8 more. As you work, gently pull on the tail of the magic ring to tighten the center, making it smaller and easier to handle. Once you have completed 9 single crochets, insert your hook into the first single crochet and make a slip stitch to join the round. Next row. After completing the base of the sepal, chain 7 stitches to create the foundation for the first sleeve. Insert your hook into the first chain of the 6th chain foundation and make a slip stitch to secure the loop. Single crochet in the next chain, half double crochet in the chain after that, double crochet in each of the next 3 chains. So basically 1 double crochet per chain. And you're finally finished working on those 7 chains, and now you're gonna skip 1 single crochet of the foundation row and you're gonna slip stitch in the second, skipping 1 single crochet. Chain 7 again to start the second leaf. Repeat the pattern, slip stitch into the first chain, single crochet, half double crochet, 3 double crochet in a row, skip 1 single crochet of the foundation row, slip stitch, skipping 1 chain of the foundation row. Continue this pattern until you have created a total of 5 leaves. Join and finish. After completing the 5th leaf, make a slip stitch into the first chain of the first leaf to close the round. Chain 1, cut the yarn and pull the tail through the loop to secure the knot. Your sepal is now complete with 5 beautifully formed leaves. For making the actual rose, you will need thick wire for the stem. If you don't have wire, you can use a wooden stick, a glue gun, green yarn. First, cut the wire to the appropriate length for the stem. Apply a small amount of hot glue to the top of the wire. Begin attaching the crochet rose petals to the top, with the front side of the petals facing inward, as shown in the video. Be really attentive here, because you can make it not right and it won't be as beautiful as it will be with front side of the petals facing inward. Gradually twist the petals around the stem, applying glue as you go until all petals are attached. Slide the sepal onto the wire, making sure the front slide is facing outward. Here, be attentive again. Apply a generous amount of glue to the base of the rose and firmly attach the sepal. Glue each of the leaves onto the rose, spacing them as you like. Wrap the green yarn around the wire to create the stem, twisting it tightly as you go. Twist part might be tricky, but with practice you will get the hang of it. Secure the yarn at the end with a bead of glue to keep it in place. Your rose is now ready. Make as many as you want and design them as you want. Next, we are going to create small branches. It might be challenging because you are gonna do it with wire, but I believe in you, you can do that. For each branch you will create 3 leaves. For this tutorial I will make 3 branches, so I will need 9 leaves. But feel free to make as many as you'd like for your bouquet. Yeah. Materials needed: green yarn, thin wire. Begin by making 15 chains with your green yarn. Measure and cut the wire to double the design length of your leaf and stem. Example: if you need a 20 cm stem, cut 30 cm of wire. Bend the wire in the middle, creating U shape. Carefully thread the wire through the chain foundation. Position the wire so that the bond aligns with the chain center and both ends extend out equally on either side. In the next chain, begin crocheting while capturing the wire. That really might be challenging, it's even challenging for me, but you can handle that. Slip stitch. Then single crochet. Then do half double crochet. Then work 8 double crochets in the following chains. Then make 1 half double crochet. One single crochet, and 1 slip stitch in the remaining chain. At the end of this side, chain 1 while capturing the wire to secure the stitches. Next, slide the bent section of wire over to the opposite side of the chain, like I do in the video. This will form the second side of the leaf. Following the same pattern as with first side, crochet into the chains while capturing the wire. Secure the leaf. Somewhere in the middle, make 1 single crochet while capturing the wire to add extra stability. Chain 1 and cut the yarn, pulling it through to secure the end. So your leaf is ready. Next, we are going to connect the leaves to make small branches. For each branch, I'll be using 3 leaves, but you can adjust these to your preference. This method worked well for me, though it might not be the only technique out there. So you will need a glue gun and green yarn. Start with 1 leaf. Begin wrapping green yarn around the stem, just as we did for the rose stem. Twist the yarn tightly, about 1.5 or 2.5 centimeters, depending on your preference, and secure it with a hot glue. Repeat this step for all the leaves you plan to include in the branch, example 3 leaves. Take 2 leaves and connect them together using green yarn. Twist the yarn tightly around both stems, weaving it between the leaves to secure them. Add the 3rd leaf to the branch and continue twisting the yarn around all the stems until you reach the end. Your small branch is ready. Make 3 branches or more if you'd like to complete your bouquet. All the components for your bouquet are ready. Now carefully bind them together to form the bouquet. It looks absolutely beautiful and I'm so proud of you for completing it. You can now place your bouquet in a vase or wrap it in paper with a stunning presentation.